Hello, welcome to this video. Today we're gonna talk something that I'm super passionate about. It's always God asking me to talk about this. When I say God, is that I connect to myself, I do a reading, and today the topic was self-love. And it's amazing because I absolutely love to talk about this topic, and I talk about it in a way that is completely different from other coaches, entrepreneur, therapists, whatever. So please, as always, try to open your heart, your mind, and listen. Um, you see, I disagree so much with this title of like how to love yourself more. You should love yourself more. It's because you don't love yourself enough. How to improve the love of yourself? Of course, I decided to put that title in order for you to watch this video, because if probably this is what you're looking for, it's because you're being conditioned to think that you need to love yourself more. And now I want to tell you something. It's not true. Think about it. As I always say in all my videos, and please, if you're new to this concept, tell me here below so I can say hi to you. We know our mind. We know our mind, we know our brain, we know our thoughts, we know our emotions. So every time we believe through thoughts and emotion, we are identifying with mind. We are identifying with the psychology activity that is our brain, that is there to protect us. But who we really are is not the psychology activity. Who we really are is the being in peace, complete, fulfilled behind. Think about it when you were a little girl, a little boy. You were there just in presence, in peace, and emotions were coming and passing. At time you were crying, at time you were angry, at time you were angry, at time you were sad, but emotions were coming, passing, going, and then you come back to peace, and then you come back to peace, and then you come back to peace, to presence. Then this mind thing start creating, because a sense of self has been created, so the ego, the identity, and so the mind decided to come to protect the identity. It's a system in our brain, is there for 200,000 years, and starting from the moment you start identifying with thoughts and you start thinking that this is good, that this is bad, and this is real, this is not real, and you start believing all the thoughts as true. Our thoughts are just interpretation of our brain, this machine that is always trying to create concept and interpretation of the world, analysis, ideas. But who you really are is not the brain. It's not your thought. Your thoughts are not real, they're not relevant, they're not important, not one of them. So, if this is true, and this is what I'm trying to, the direction I want to point you to, the new paradigm that I want you to enter into, if thoughts is not relevant, real, is not who I am, it's not going to tell me anything about me, but it's just a process, a conditioning from my mother, from my father, from the society. This is how you should be to be more lovable. If thoughts are not real, every time that I have thoughts about insecurity, doubts, I think I'm not enough, I'm not beautiful, I think I'm not valuable, I think that I will never be capable to do it, lack of confidence, they're not real. They're just thoughts. They're just conditioning. And every one of us has them. How is it possible that every one of us has them? Every one of us, even those people that are going to tell you, oh, I love myself. I love myself. I am so confident. Look at me. I made such a work on myself. Even them, at moments, they're going to have thoughts of insecurity or lack of confidence. Why? Because we have a brain, and our brain is designed to protect us. Our brain is designed to compare us, to make it feel like I'm not enough, because it's a system that wants protecting us from danger. So if each one of us has the same thought, at some point, they're going to just pop up. For one is more, for one less. Why? Because they're used to observe it and not believing it true. They used to practice other thoughts that are like, oh, I'm valuable, I can do it. This is just the reason why some people have them less. But so if you realize that thoughts of insecurity, of not feeling worthy, and all the rest are just thought. This means that you don't need to love yourself more, because you really love yourself. You really love yourself. You are love. How could you even lack of love for yourself if you are love? You, all of this is love. You never lacked of love for yourself. You never missing love for yourself. You just identify with thoughts that make you believe that you lack of love for yourself. With thoughts of insecurity, with thoughts or lack of confidence, with thoughts that make you believe you're not valuing yourself enough. It's not that. This is another thought. This is another conditioning. This is another thing created by the personal growth industry. They're gonna tell you that you have to seek happiness and you have to love yourself more. And this is why I'm so against this concept, because it's not true. It's gonna just put us in a direction where like, I don't love myself enough, so I'm gonna feel even more shit about myself. I'm gonna judge myself. I feel shame for myself. It's not true. It's never been true. You're never lacked of love. We are love. How can we even lack of love for ourselves? Even the system that is telling you you're not enough. No. This is our brain loving us. You love us so much that it wants us, protect us so much that it's gonna make us believe all those things. It's just a part of you. An archetype that you can create. I call it the guardian in me. It's an exercise that I give my clients. We're gonna create this archetype and we're gonna make them talk and we're gonna ask them, what do you need? So this guardian that is going to tell me, you're not enough, you're not gonna do it. No. It's just the part of me that want to protect me. But each one of the parts in me are there for loving me, because they love me. When I'm comparing myself, it's because I love me so much that I need to protect me. Why? Because I lived a trauma in my past. Because something happened that conditioned my brain to think like that. And I want you to remember, a trauma doesn't have to be something huge like, an accident. It can be just an information that it was too fast, too strong for your nervous system to deal with it. So you went in fight flight, or is fight flight, you went in alarm. I give you an example. Mark, at school, they told you, oh, you're ugly, I don't want to play with you. And what happened is that from the moment you went in reaction, like, and your nervous system get the information reaction. So every time someone remember you this event, you're going to have difficulty to connect, because you're afraid to be rejected. You're going to think you're ugly. But this is just because your brain created this memory and is conditioned in that way. So your brain said, I'm going to protect the identity and I'm going to avoid connection with others, and I'm going to make sure that nobody going to tell us that we are ugly and rejecting us, because it was so painful to live this emotion that I couldn't handle it, so it can't happen again. This is you loving you. Even your thought of insecurity is you loving you. You love yourself so much that you want to protect the part of you. How could you ever think that you lack of love if you are it? You are love. If people would be more honest in social network, and they would say the truth, they also suffer, they also go through pain, they also have difficult moments. I also have thoughts that are not love. I also have thoughts of insecurity. I have thoughts of shame. In fact, the other day, I don't know what happened to me. It was a long time that I didn't have these kind of thoughts. Not that strong in any case, because I'm always capable to recognize it, like, okay, guardian, I see you. What do you need? So that day I was really like, oh, identify with thought, and I was like, oh, everything was bad, everything was horrible, like, hey, my business, blah, blah, blah. And I was crying with my partner, and I was like, why? Like, I can see there are thoughts, I'm aware, is even my work, so I can see myself being there. I can see the little girl in me being so scared, and I can see this other part of me being so scared to be judged and to feel not enough and to feel shame. So when we have the tools and we know what we need, For example, I know exactly what that part of me needs in that moment. So I can even ask someone else to be like that for me in the moment, or I can ask another part of me to come and be that energy that I need in that moment. All these practices are so powerful and amazing, and I'm gonna teach you in my program, the Academy of Life. We have many practices. We have yoga. We talk about the mind. We talk about the body, the nervous system. We talk about trauma. We talk about relationship. We talk about business. We talk about everything in life. And we're going to see behind what it is that is blocking you today, and how can you feel completely you. How can you feel good in your life? How can you feel harmony? How you can feel alignment, connection in your business, in your relationship, with yourself. Please check below the Academy of Life. I'm gonna start soon, depending on which is the time of you watching this video. It's gonna start already. It started already.